Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So I was just on YouTube watching videos, boxing of course, and I came across Dante's Boxing Nation. Shout out to the big homie Dante. And he dropped a video about Canelo vacating his WBA super welterweight regular belt. Now, my feelings when it comes to that belt, I feel like it's absolute BS. I feel like the WBA should have definitely stayed the course to their original plan to consolidate the super belt and the regular belt, but obviously they didn't. I mean, we all know why. More belts, more money, because of more sanctioning fees. But now I'm looking at it like, what was the purpose of this Rocky Fielding fight? I understand that was his DAZN debut, but Canelo, it's not like he's coming off a long layoff. You know, he fought Triple G earlier in the year, a few months back. So my whole thing with that is, it seemed like this fight with Rocky Fielding was a stalling tactic. Now, this has absolutely nothing to do with this upcoming fight with Danny Jacobs. I believe it's a great fight. It's a unification at middleweight. It's a fight that needs to happen. It's a fight that I'm happy is going down. Definitely I am. But I want to focus on the whole 168 thing. Now, that fight wasn't the first fight Canelo fought at super middleweight. It was his first fight at the full 168, but not his first fight at super middleweight. With that being said, I mean, we all know Canelo fought Chavez Jr. At 164. We know how that turned out. So my whole thing is, I mean, Canelo, you already hold the title. You already hold titles at 160. You decided to take a fight against the regular WBA title holder, and now you want to vacate the belt. Like, what was the purpose of that fight outside of stalling and avoiding a possible tough competition? Not saying avoiding somebody that's going to beat him. Not saying any of that, because I know guys, they love Canelo for some reason, but not all. There's a lot of Canelo fans that are realistic, but there's a whole lot of Canelo fans that gives him a pass on his bullshit. And my whole thing is, like, the fight was a stalling tactic. My thing is, if he wants to fluctuate between the two weight classes, I'm down for it. But fight the top guys. It's plain and simple. You know, you got Caleb Plant that just won a belt up there. You got Gilberto Ramirez up there. You got the real WBA 168-pound champion up there, Caleb Smith, that would love to have gotten a fight with Canelo. So it's just, I feel like that whole fight was a stalling tactic, and shit like that is annoying. Now, I even heard reports of Demetrius Bivol considering moving down to 168 to fight Canelo. Now, me personally, I feel like that is absolute bullshit. And that has nothing, that's not any knock on Canelo. Canelo's a great fighter, but you got this guy light heavyweight with a bunch of them smoking his division that was considering fighting Canelo at 168 for a regular belt. Like, come on now. Like, this bullshit in boxing is definitely getting out of hand. I mean, you got Kovalev, you got Marcus Brown, you got all the other guys, you know, Arthur Beterbiev, you got all these other guys at 175 pounds with belts, and you talking about moving down to fight Canelo. Well, basically a blown up 154 pounder. Like, Demetrius Bivol, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's why you look like trash. In my opinion, he looked like trash in his last fight against, who did he fight? John Pascal? But, yeah, back to Canelo. I feel like I said, man, that whole move up to 168 was a waste of time. If that was the case, he could have just fought Danny Jacobs then. Why are you fighting? Like, why fight Rocky Fielding when your debut on DAZN could have been a fight against Danny Jacobs, a blockbuster pay-per-view? Well, they don't do pay-per-view, but a blockbuster event for DAZN. I'm sure they would have got a ton of views. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense. Unless Canelo just told DAZN, like, I want my first fight with you guys to be an easy touch. You know, it appears challenging to the fans, but in actuality, it's something that's, you know, not that hard, not that difficult for me. Okay, whatever. But now we're moving forward, and it's just, my whole thing is I do not want to hear anything about Canelo Alvarez going back up to 168 to fight any more bullshit opponents. If he's going to go up to 168, challenge the top guys. If not, keep your ass down at 160 and fight the top guys right down there. Unify or fight the mandatories. Me personally, I don't want to see a Triple G Part 3. Triple G doesn't have a belt, and he's not a mandatory. So if you're not unifying, fight Jamal Charlo. Simple as that. Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I'm out.